The Cleveland Cavaliers have been a powerhouse defensively, and with three of the most promising young defenders in the NBA, it's possible Cleveland will be a heavyweight team for years to come. The Cavs currently post the best defensive rating in the NBA, and that's because they hold opponents to the lowest field goal percentage in the paint, and allow the second fewest wide-open three-point attempts. Cleveland has a scrambling defense, and a world-class front court when it comes to protecting the rim. They've held opponents to below 100 points more than anyone else this season, and by just about every metric you can think of, the Cavs kick ass defensively. But how exactly do they do it? What's the key to Cleveland's success on this end of the floor? While defense is certainly a team effort, I want to highlight three players who serve as the driving force behind Cleveland's #1 ranked defense. I'm going to start with the most reliable and intimidating physical presence on the roster, Jarrett Allen. Allen is often overlooked in the grand scheme of things, but he has the best defensive rating in the NBA and serves as Cleveland's defensive anchor, fortifying the paint every night. He's a 240-pound 7-footer who can deter even the biggest opponents from getting to the rim. He's tough to move in the post, and even more tough to score on head-to-head going to the rim.
And the pick and roll with Boots, who had it blocked by.
There aren't many players who have Allen's size, strength, and speed. This makes him one hell of a help defender.
Getting after it, Allen stops OG.
Allen spends his fair share of time on the perimeter, containing pick and rolls.
Average about 22 a game.
Space. JB, not surprisingly, made it clear he was not thrilled with the compete level in the loss of the Warriors last night. Noel. Lots.
But he's also asked to contest every drive, and the speed at which he can rotate from one player to another is incredible.
Memphis right now to 44%. Now the pressure being applied by Neto, nearly knocked it away. The floor, gives it up. Hamadou. Net at the rim.
It's no secret the Cavs' backcourt isn't the most sturdy defensive duo, but Allen is able to recover and clean up mistakes as they are happening. He contains these plays as good as anyone else in the NBA, and it's truly impressive how easily Allen can handle 2-on-1 situations.
Beal with 22 points in his back pocket. Uses the Porzingis screen, dumps into Porzingis. Oh, challenge Allen, and Allen said no. Get that big stuff out of here.
His recovery speed is elite, and Allen holds opponents nearly 10% below their average in the restricted area. Allen is a brute in the paint, rarely getting out-muscled and frequently blocking opposing dunks. But most importantly, Allen secures defensive stops at the highest rate on the team, hauling in 6.6 defensive rebounds per game, the 20th most in the NBA, which is impressive considering he shares the front court with another defensive menace, and that would be Evan Mobley. If Allen is the anchor in the paint, Mobley is the Swiss Army knife that is deployed all over the floor.
About Cleveland, they did not expect to be this good this quick.
Mobley with another block.
Mobley has otherworldly instincts and casually makes jaw-dropping plays on a nightly basis.
Contested three, missed it. Good rebound by Rozier. Rozier inside. Oh, Mobley, he ate it alive.
Doing your civic duty.
That's what I'll be doing mine. Good stuff. Very good. After the Allen dunk at the other end, Bogdanovich has it pulled away. Sadiq Bey, pump fake, working against the Burt. Isaiah Livers fighting on the back.
What makes Mobley different from Allen's role in the paint is Mobley is constantly being asked to cover the perimeter. Mobley has contested more three-point attempts than anyone else in the league this season, and he's the only NBA player in the top 10 for both three-pointers and two-pointers contested. He has the incredible capability of running out to the perimeter, then turning his hips and following an opponent to the rim for a smothering contest. Watch this play against Portland, where Mobley contests a three, rotates back into the paint, and erases a shot attempt from Nurkic.
Nurkic reloads, turns, steps through, laid it up, blocked by Mobley. Recovered off the.
This level of versatility is insane. It feels like opponents have already learned not to take shots near Mobley, and he has delivered some painful reminders to anyone who tries to sneak one past him.
Trying for the pocket pass. Abdi comes up with the steal. Leading to Kispert. He was blocked by Mobley.
A little snub this year, probably. But there are a lot of good players who don't get to play in the All-Star game.
Neesmith.
No way.
Got it again and missed it.
He's not the strongest 7-footer, but his lanky arms and unbelievable jumping speed makes up for it. Mobley can spring off his feet faster than everyone else, and this has made it easy for him to block shots he otherwise has no business contesting.
In place of Jaden Ivey, who's got 4 fouls. They putting it on the floor, rejected by Evan Mobley.
He might only be 21 years old, but Mobley is already making a strong case to be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Take a look at this fourth quarter performance against the Utah Jazz, where Evan Mobley obliterated every shot that came his way.
Get to the corner, Ochai drops it, now drives baseline. 31 points in his return to Vivint Arena. Marketing inside, blocked Mobley. And a 36-point game for Mitchell.
Yeah, Jazz need to find the offense.
Can't buy a bucket.
Yeah, they got Walker turned around that time.
Clarkson, his shot no. Up goes Kessler.
Mobley and Allen would be able to lead elite defenses on their own, but when you combine their talents and allow them to wreak havoc together, it's almost unfair. Watching these two pass opponents off to each other, or swarming anyone who dares to go into the paint when both of them are on the floor, is a treat that Cavs fans should not take for granted.
Van Vliet to Pascal, makes a move, gets by Mobley, and the help comes Barnes. Levine. Oh wow, that's contact.
You want to stay up on them and force them to have to make quick decisions.
Barrett to the basket, wants to get back left. Mobley knew it. Mobley.
Brunson the drive. Randall previously straight on with the 3-ball. Randall the drive, goes inside, lost it.
Nice hustle save, but
Lastly, there's one more guy on the roster who plays a very different role from the big men, but Isaac Okoro's defense on the perimeter is just as important as anything else. Okoro is the best point of attack defender on the team, accepting the challenge of taking on opposing scorers on a nightly basis. He has held elite guards such as Drew Holiday, Ja Morant, and Jalen Brunson to brutal shooting performances, and without Okoro's resistance on the perimeter, Cleveland's bigs would be asked to cover more ground than they can handle. Okoro is an absolute tank on defense, making it nearly impossible for ball handlers to get around him.
A lot of different things this evening.
And Anobi trying to plow it on Okoro. Okoro with the rejection.
He walls off opponents with his sturdy frame, stopping their drive short and forcing them into difficult floaters and fadeaway jumpers.
Well, again, shows high on Holiday. Holiday plays catch with Portis. Holiday tries to get to the paint. Holiday, a hesitation move, stops. That was alternative. The Cavs got a number of hands up. Under 4 to go in the half. Holiday, guarded by Okoro. Shakes his way to the paint. Euro steps left it short. A loose.
Midway point of the second quarter, and things started to shift a little bit. You could feel it.
After playing all but a minute and a half of that first quarter.
Translating to the court out there.
Well, I don't think there's any question. You look at the players, second-year players, as Hero floats it.
Already with 8 and 7 rebounds. Morant in, missing on the fly.
And when someone is able to get in front of Okoro, he does a fantastic job of hustling back to the spot and forcing them away from the rim.
Yeah. He's a spark plug type off the bench. Neto. And that shot doesn't go. Of course,
Allen wanted a foul called on Lopez as Holiday looks to operate, sneaks baseline on Okoro.
Watch how he fights over this screen, gets back in front of Beal, and forces him into a tough fadeaway. Okoro's physicality is enough to give anybody problems, like on this play, where Ja Morant runs into a brick wall.
Now in Cleveland, Morant hanging.
Or on this one, when Tyler Hero is stopped in his tracks and forced into an air ball. Okoro doesn't get the same glamour as everyone else on the team, and it's because he is tasked with doing the dirty work every night. He might not rack up steals or blocks at a high rate, but he's the one scrapping on the perimeter and making life hell for anyone dribbling the ball in his radius. And when you combine a gritty point of attack defender like Okoro with a force of nature in the paint like Allen and the ultimate switchblade defender in Mobley serving as the cherry on top, it's no wonder the Cavs are a frightening team to score on.
Here to start this fourth quarter.
Oh, and Mobley on the backside
denied Paisley, who looked like he was going to have an easy dunk.
And he's off the mark. Outlet to Gordon. Gordon's got some running room. Gordon Euros into the lane, and Mobley was there. One of the better shot blockers in the league.